everybody and welcome to Music with Meg's Violin School. This is lesson 4 and today I'm going to be showing you about the first finger placement.
Everybody follow me, it's Music with Meg.
Before we begin, make sure your violin is in tune. And here we go. So let's begin by putting our violin up in that nice hold position here. We don't need our bow for now, so we can support the violin with our right hand. And our left hand is going to go up into first position. So remember, we're looking for the thumb to be tucked behind the fingerboard and our fingers to be ready to play. Remember, we want to keep that little mouse alive in the palm of our hand. So make sure that you keep that gap and don't squash the mouse by doing any pancake hands. Now it's easier to learn where our fingers go if we tape our violin. If you haven't taped your violin yet, then click the link here and I'll talk you through how to tape your finger placements. But if you have taped your violin up, then you're ready to begin your first finger placement. So our first finger is going to go on the first piece of tape. Your first finger is your index finger. It's the finger that's closest to the scroll. So let's start on the A string and we're just going to practice putting our finger down on that piece of tape. Keep an eye on what you're doing. You can always use a mirror to help. So we're just practicing lifting our first finger off and on, off and on. Now the part of your finger that's connecting to the string is this bit here, right on the tip. So if your nails are long, then you might need to give them a trim because we don't want our nails to get in the way here. Great. Now, with our right hand, we're going to practice pizzicato while we play our first finger. And we're going to name the notes. So we're going to start with A, which is our open string. And then the first finger is a tone up from A. And what notes are tone up from A? B, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. And now let's move on to the D string. Notice when you move down to a lower string that your hand has to curl around the fingerboard a little bit more to keep that little mouse alive. And your elbow will be tucking up under the violin even more. Here we go, D. And a tone up from D is E. D, E, D, E, D, E. And let's move down one more string onto the G string. We've got G, A, G, A, G, A, G. And finally, let's go up to the E string. Again, your elbow will come back underneath the violin now. You don't need it to be quite so far around. E, and a tone up from E is F sharp. E, F sharp. E, F sharp. E, F sharp. Great work, everybody. Now, your arm might be getting a little bit tired, so let's pop our violin into that rest position and give our left arm a good shake. Now let's pick our violin back up, and this time we're going to play with our bow. So before we begin, let's just play some open A strings to practice our nice smooth bow stroke. Remember to get your bow hold ready. Here we go, let's just do some open A's. Once you feel like you've got the hang of your bowing, we're ready to play our first finger. So let's start with an A. Stop your bow, put your first finger down and play B. Take your finger off and play A. Put your finger down and play B. Take your finger off and play A. Make sure you stop your bow, put your finger down, and then play. Good job, everybody. Keep practicing that. And then when you're ready, let's move on to the D string. We've got D, E, D, E. And now shall we move on to G, G, A, G, A, G, A. Remember to keep that little mouse alive in the palm of your hand. We don't want to squash the mouse. Keep your hand nice and round. Let's move up to the E string now. We've got E, F sharp, E, F sharp, E, F sharp. Good job, everybody. Let's take our violin, put it in rest position, and give our arm a good shake again. Now you might feel that your arm is aching right up here, so just make sure you keep shaking it out. Take a rest whenever you need to. Are we ready to go? Let's pick our violin back up one more time. Now we're going to learn a little tune that uses the open strings and the first finger, and it's going to start on the A string. So why don't you copy me? I'll play first and you can play back. Are you ready? Here we go. A, B, A, B, A, A. Your turn. A, B, A, B, A, A, A. And again, a bit faster. A, B, A, B, A, A, A. Good job. And here we go. B, B, A, B, B, A. Your turn. 1, 1, open. 1, 1, open. Good job. So, from the beginning we've got... Great. And then we play the first bit again. Your turn. B, A, B, A, A, A. And then we move down onto the D string and we play. Remember to put your finger down on the string before you start moving the bow. We want to be pressing nice and firmly with our first finger. Let's do that one again. So we go E, D, E, D. Your turn. E, D, E, D. Good job, everybody. Let's play it again from the top. Here we go. Done. And now once you've begun on the A string, you can play the same tune starting on the other strings, like the D string. Or the E string. Well done, everybody. Now this week in your practice, we are going to work on our first finger. So the first thing we're going to do is just hold our violin with the right hand while we practice placing our finger down on our first finger tape. Now remember, we're aiming to place the tip of our finger on the string. So if your fingernails are too long, then give them a trim so they don't get in the way. So we're just going to practice on each string, placing the first finger down and lifting it off. Start on the A string, and then you can move round to D, G, and E. Remember, as you move around the strings, your elbow will be moving to help keep your hand lifted above the body of the instrument. If you don't move your elbow underneath the violin, then you'll squash your little mouse as you're trying to stretch your fingers round to the G string. So make sure that your elbow is moving with you, and make sure you've got a nice gap between the palm of your hand and the fingerboard. Now, once you've done that, then we'll be using the right hand to do some pizzicato. So we'll choose an open string, say the name of the string, A, and then say the name of the first finger, B. A, B, A, B. And do the same thing on all of the strings. So D and E, G and A, E and F sharp. Remember, our first finger is a tone up from the open string. And once you've practiced with pizzicato, you can take your bow. Before you play your first finger, practice some nice long bow strokes. We're going to keep working on our bowing as the weeks progress, because we want to make sure that our bow is nice and straight and smooth. Once you've got that ready, you're ready to play with your bow. So again, you're just going to play open string and first finger. Open. 1. Remember to stop your bow before you put your finger down on the string, and then move your bow again. And once you've done that on the A string, you can move on to the other strings as well. Finally, you can practice the little melody we learnt today. You can even try making up your own melodies using the open string and the first finger. But remember not to rush. Take it at whatever tempo is good for you. Great job today, everybody. Remember to keep practicing this week. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day will do the trick. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you back here for lesson 5. Bye! Before you go, please consider making a contribution to Music with Meg. You can join me on Patreon or via PayPal. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye!